I have been requested by many to tell just how I knocked out so many of my opponents.
I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
You know, 2 fights, 250 million. You tell me who has gross revenue like that.
Global Sports Streaming will be the #1 broadcasting sports company in the world.
His dad keeps him nice and poised in the corner as his trainer, and he's very confident over 100 amateur fights. And we'll take it up to the ring for now.
Borizteca Boxing Promotions presenta 4 rounds de combate en la división de peso welter. Your 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces: Sergio Lechuga, Max Zúñiga La Bandera y el juez internacional Alejandro Rochín. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge, su referee para este combate, Juan Morales Lee. Introduce first the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears red and white. He officially weighs in 147 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul con pantaloncillo color rojo con blanco, con un peso de 147 libras. He stands with a record of 3 victories against 1 lone defeat. Cuenta con un récord de 3 victorias por 1 derrota. También de Agua Prieta, Sonora, Edwin Salcido. And his opponent across the ring standing in the red corner, wearing black and white. He officially weighs in the same 147 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja con pantaloncillo color negro con blanco, con un peso idéntico de 147 libras. He stands with a record, a perfect one. 6 victories against no defeats. Cuenta con un récord de 6 victorias por 0 derrotas. Representing House of Boxing, San Diego, California, USA. Damas y caballeros, introducing Elias Diaz. And now with the final instructions, para dar las indicaciones finales, su referee, Juan Morales Lee. 4 rounds, 4 saltos.
Conmigo, saben las reglas, llévenlas a cabo. Dense la mano, que gane mejor. Suerte para los dos.
Now, as we start, Simon, you know, I want to touch on the fact that Elias is 6-0, great, right? But he's a 4-year pro, fighting twice in 2016, once in 2017, once in 2018, and 2 in 2019. You saying that you sparred hundreds of rounds, you know, why taking it so slow?
Well, see, Elias is a man of many talents. He's very educated. He actually, as he hits a sharp right hand right there, he actually got a college degree, I believe, maybe a master's, but I know at least a bachelor's, and has started another career as well. So this is almost his side job.
and what a good side job to have, right? I know that he grew up in the boxing game. I used to see him as a young kid, you know, and I watch him now as a young adult, pretty much. But yeah, he had a successful amateur career. I know that. I was unaware of the education that you just mentioned. But kudos to him, and he's here doing what he loves.
Yeah,
know?
and although his dad had him at a young age fighting, Elias, the dad doesn't push him to fight. Elias chooses to want to fight, and the dad leaves it as that. And what happens there is you end up with a quality fighter because he wants to be in there.
Yeah, he wants to be, yeah. So sometimes it's that necessity that brings you up. And sometimes it's just a love for the game. You know, for example, you know, you have 6-0, Elias Diaz, and it's just a passion for the game.
Yeah, Elias is going to jump on a guy who's complaining. That's one thing for sure. He looks nice and sharp, as usual.
And like 2 of our previous fighters on the card, Edwin Salcido is a little soft.
Yeah, he is. You know, he's 3-1. we're seeing he kind of knows how to survive so far. But Elias, he actually tried out for the trials in the last Olympics. Didn't get to make it to the Olympics, but he definitely was.
Okay, so right after he turned pro, he didn't make it. He gave it a go.
Correct.
And he turned pro.
Correct.
I understand. You know, and definitely like once again, I didn't know about the education, so therefore that takes away a lot of your time. You know, being able to do both it's hard.
Yeah, and you know what? He's a very mature young guy. You know, you don't see that. You know, a lot of guys want to party, and Elias is in the gym, you know, or he was doing homework, I remember. He was doing homework backstage before one of his fights.
That's cool, man. That's a good story right there.
Yeah, Elias looking nice and poised. Don't be surprised if it's lights out for his opponent pretty soon. He looks pretty relaxed.
Yeah, once again, Salcido doesn't seem to bring too much to the table. Being a little soft around the body.
He's a little squirmy too as well, and like we spoke earlier, that could cause a little bit of a discomfort for a skilled fighter to have to chase someone who's running around so much.
Yeah, basically just trying to survive, and it seems like that coming from Edwin Salcido.
Yeah.
Trying to survive. As we see a little bit of the schooling of Elias Diaz with the sharp jabs.
Yeah,
I stand corrected with the straight shots, you know, the 1-2s, the 1-2s. And fun fact, and it all came crashing down right now. So I do recall seeing him as a young kid.
Wow.
And in 2010, myself, I fought Chris Avalos, who at the time, and I believe he still goes by the Hitman, right?
Okay.
So I remember just to be a goofball and just to kind of throw some wood on the fire, I said, you know what, I'm going to be Marvelous Chris Martin for this bout.
Okay.
I'm going to be Marvelous Chris Martin for this fight. So I remember that Elias helped me for that fight.
Oh, wow.
Just coming to train with me, and I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna call you Elias Maravilla Diaz.
Oh, no way.
And he says I took his name because I said marvelous.
Oh,
but his is in Spanish, mine is in English, you know. But it was only for that lone fight,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Still the San Diego kid.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that lead right. Yeah, this guy, he broke his will. His will is broken. Yeah, yeah, this guy doesn't want no more of that. The thing about Elias is so quick, you might not see it from the camera, but you can't see those punches.
And he is going to continue. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he is going to continue. I was in complete agreement with you that he doesn't want to continue, but he does want to continue. He's coming forward now.
He got hard.
And he's trying to...
And you know what? Right there, I see Elias with the veteran tactic. A guy puts his head down, you're not going to take no chances.
Yeah, push him down. Yeah.
Elias tearing him up now.
Beautiful
he's
body
sitting down on
shots.
those shots. Elias Diaz knows this thing's about to be over. Oh, it's a fight. And Elias Diaz comes away with another victory.
Elias Maravilla Diaz.
Maravilla, 7-0.
It's gonna stick. It's gonna stick, Simon. It's gonna stick. But you know what? It doesn't do it justice. We're right here under the guys, and those body shots, man. Once again, we're gonna see it in the replay, but you can't really hear the thuds. That one right there in particular, you could see me right there. And I'm wincing for the guy as well, man. Those were hard body shots.
Yeah, he just overwhelmed him. He was throwing so much clean shots at him. He was done there. And Elias will be fighting next week, from what I understand, in San Diego.
Wow, that's a quick turnaround.
Very quick.
Made quick work here tonight.
Yep.
Veteran matchmaker in his corner, Jorge Marron. Veteran cutman.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of credit to his father, Greg. You know, Greg's, you know, preparing him meals. He's in it with him, you know. And he's always told him, you know, if you jump to your career, that's fine, you know, in the business world. But Elias, you know, of course, Greg, the father, wants to keep him in boxing, but he doesn't want to push him into it, you know.
Of course. You know, something that we said earlier, you know, sometimes there's necessity and sometimes there's the love for the game. In this instance, it's that love for the game and seems to be producing as we take it to Pablo Flores.
Este combate concluye con un tiempo de 1 minuto 54 segundos en el segundo round. We have the official time of 1 minute 54 seconds in round number 2. Declaring your winner by the way of TKO victory. Su vencedor por la vía del knockout técnico. House of Boxing, San Diego, California, USA. Elias Diaz.
And before we get Elias Maravilla Diaz off the screen, I'm going to reiterate the fact that we're going to get this trending. Elias Maravilla Diaz. I know you're going to rewatch this, my man. You're going to rewatch this, and you're going to hear Chris Martin say it over and over. Elias Maravilla Diaz.